Hussbus, bus stop. JP Hussey here, owner of the Hussey Team Mortgage Advisors, with this week's Hussbus, bus stop. All right, let's do a quick refinance game plan. It seems like the right time. Cash out refinance magic for cash flow, right? When refinances are hot, right? This is why you own a home and you don't rent, because it gives you options for whatever your lifestyle presents to you at that given time. All right, you got to try and hit short term, long term. All right, but keeping it simple. All right, so a lot of things you can do right now. You can cut. Listen to our boy Paul Collins, cutting people's terms down to 20s, 15s, big rate, hundreds of $1,000s over the lifetime. You can cut term, right? And maybe even have the same type of payment you have now. You can get out of escrow and do our no escrow plan, which allows you to prevent increases of tax insurance. So much you can do with a refinance. Okay, so much. But you have to take action. There's people that are at 7.5%, 8%, and they think rates are going to get lower, and they kind of did for a week, and then they went back up, and they're paying $500 more per month, but they think they're smart. I'm not saying they're not. But you got to put things in action, all right? So today, really quick, cash out, refinance, budget, cash flow plan that we just did for a client. So check this out, all right? And this kind of hits short-term and long-term goals. That's what you want. Sometimes you got to pick and choose depending on your lifestyle, right? You have some extra debt. Let's figure it out. You want to try and hit both, so here's a good plan. If you've done business with us, you know I write down a lot of stuff when I do these plans to show it simply, all right? So let's just take a look. We always start current, all right? Currently, they have a 6.99 rate. They bought about 2.5 years ago, which means they have about 28 years left on the mortgage. A lot of people don't want to go backwards, but they want to save money, right? And the payment is $3,549. 699. There it is. Call it 28 years left, 699. We can do a cash out refinance, okay? Because they have their home has appreciated too. They put a lot of work in this home. Everyone's situation's different. But for them, right, may have had a new baby on the way, they've racked up some debt, is what it is. You got to live, all right? This is why you own a home, right? To have options like this, all right? So, 3,549, 6.99%, about 20 years left. Now, to prevent any bad long-term things, crazy bad, right? Because the rate, we did a cash out refinance, right, at a 5.99. And we're going to pay things off for them. It's not just putting cash in your pocket, okay? We're going to do a 28-year loan. They are not going backwards. And guess what? The payment, because the rate's going down, even adding in some of these balances, all right, their payment's going to stay the same. All right? But JP, their payment's staying the same. Why would they do this? Well, here's the cash flow. All right? I hope you guys can kind of see this, but same payment. They're not going backwards. That's the long-term goal. Lower rate. We're going to pay off, right? We're going to add into the new loan a car, which is over 10 G's. That's $995 per month. Getting rid of that payment. The other car, $457 per month. About $7,600 left. Getting rid of that payment. All right? And they have a credit card with about $14,000 on it. All right? That payment's about $392. All right? So what you're doing here is really simple. Payments staying the same and not going backwards. Mortgage payment stays the same, but we're going to have 2 cars paid off and getting rid of payments. Look at this. If you just add up these monthly payments, cash flow, this on a short term, right, over $1,800 in cash flow into their pocket. They can go and invest that. They can put it to the loan amount to get rid of some costs or to even cut their term, but they're already at 28, right? They can, like I said, invest that money. Make their house, add things to their home that gives them a better value. I don't know. You do whatever you want with it. Put it on black or red at the casino. Go bet on the football. Doesn't matter, right? We freed up $1,800 in cash flow, extra money for them per month, and they did not go backwards. All right? Now, some people might not like this, but you can rip this apart a billion different ways. But these are the type of plans we had. Look, we could do a 30-year that saves them $100 a month in payment. They just said that didn't make sense. We could drop to a 20-year, right? Take 8 years off. Their mortgage payment would go up $450 per month, apples to apples, but they're still saving all this. It's still $1,200 cash flow. There's so many different things that you can do, right? When you have someone that knows what they're talking about, they don't just talk rate, they look at the whole situation, they look at the lifestyle. Everybody's different, okay? So again, this is why you want to own a home, to give you options, because life, you can't predict life. So this is one way, everyone's different, that could help them get what they want now, get them some relief, sleep at night, and put themselves in a better financial situation. Hope you guys have a great day. Hussbus bus stop.